Good morning, everyone. Today I will present my understanding of the Australian professional standards. As a teacher, I will demonstrate my understanding of how I support children's learning through different evidences. Evidence of Standard 1 involves an inclusion learning plan and developmental milestones. Inclusion learning plan shows how I am aware about children's needs, strengths, triggers, what children love to do, and what as a teacher I can do support and extend their learning. Overall information of the child help me to set the development goals for children to extend their learning and build confidence to engage in those play-based learning experiences. These evidence help me to plan the curriculum according to children's interests, needs based on their backgrounds. A culturally based learning environment supports children to feel valued and respected, which motivates them to grow developmentally. Here I have explained both of the evidence, how they support, and what are my future practices, such as how these can be meet the diverse needs of the children, how I will create cultural environment by organizing Christmas, Diwali, and Lodi, such these festivals. Here, standard two is that that everyone pays a respect to Noongar people on a daily basis by acknowledging them. What I do on a daily basis, I use Kaya Sky as a song and a rhyme for the children, which create curiosity among children to learn more. There are so many other ways to pay respect to traditional owners of the land, such as setting up an environment in the room where children can have access to Aboriginal symbols. On other hand, literacy and numeracy bold display helps children to have access to numbers and literacy letters at their own pace. While in the math session or transition, I count numbers loudly and children learn counting by repeating. I use this literacy and numeracy displays bold to support children's literacy skill by introducing new vocabulary and explaining to them how we make a words combining the word combining the letters, that how we join the letters to make a word. Here I have also give another way of explaining the evidence of standards too, and my future practice is what it will be like. I can use the symbols, maps, and like we can promote the t-shirts, like educators can wear the t-shirts on a Fridays to promote the, like, to pay the acknowledge and respect to the Noongar people. Here we go. Standard 3. The evidence of Standard 3 is planned curriculum of outdoor activity showed that experience have been planned differently, which made children's needs and interest. As a teacher, I encourage children to engage in these activities. I plan this curriculum after evaluating the previous observations, previous planned experiences of the children, extend their learning. What are the While they indulge themselves in the activities, I ask them open-ended questions like what you think about it, how you are doing it, can we make this, can we do this, like engaging parents. Another evidence is a screenshot of a app communication which I use to communicate with the families of the daily routine in of a child in a childcare settings. We share what is their what portion they consume for the meals, how many time they have changed the nappy, sleep time, wake up times, and adding up their photos of their learning journey throughout the day. Um, Here, also I have explained how these play-based learning curriculum and this digital platform help us to manage the and work on the standard 3. Standard 4, the evidence of the standard 4 that create and maintain supportive and safe learning environment. First, 4.1 sports student participation. Sport by setting up age appropriate learning spaces such as calm corner, house corner, science corner. These spaces encourage children to participate in any activity at their own pace by exploring. Sometime at the environment of the room needs to be changed by like replacing the setups, resources. Sometimes we move the furniture according to like to make the children everything accessible. Classroom activities can be managed, like manage classroom activities can be managed by daily routine chart. Like every educator must aware that how we implement our activities, what to do next, and how to run the room smoothly. Even though when like there is any other educator who is coming into the room to cover the breaks, they are also aware what to do next after having looked for this help us to run smoothly. Another one is sorry. Here is standard 5, which access provide feedback on the and report on the student learning. 5.4 interpret student data. It shows when I observe any child, I document that information by writing a narrative, reflection, and planning next experience based on observation. When documenting, I actually write children's voices and their actions, what they did and how. Resources planned accordingly to support children's learning. On the other hand, report on students' achievement. For the students' achievement, sometimes children have achieved a particular development goal. So I create a development and report on that student, what they have achieved and how. To complete that report, I document everything such as how, when, and what the child was achieved. And while recording achievement, I make sure that I am mentioning the outcomes, what outcomes children have achieved after achieving that goal. This standard also interpret data, like also explain the reflections and outcomes children's learning and observations, such as portfolios. When children getting move or getting going to another center, we always create a portfolio of their whole journey in that center. Here standard 6 engage in professional learning, identify and plan professional learning needs. Evidence 6 shows that identifying professional needs, I go through from the required training as a workshop such as play active, sun smart, mandatory reporting, safe sleep, food safety, even the infection prevention and control. Sometimes the center manager also encourage educators to participate in center staff meetings for the professional goal. I also engage myself with the colleagues to improve the practices, such as if there is any challenges we are facing in the center on the room particularly, I will go to them and ask how we can improve this, like we can make some changes. Recently there were some changes made in the risk minimization plan, so that the evidence is here, that we have written the notes, how we can improve it, how we can work on it. This standard also supports high quality education because we are working on professional growth. See, Standard 7 engage professionally with colleagues, parents, carers, and the community. 7.1 and 7.3 meet professional ethic and responsibility, engage with the parents, carers. 7 evidence of standard represent that I have done some ethics and responsibility to so as such as how important is maintain the confidentiality related to children's needs, center policy procedures to keep the data safe and secure with the children's settings. I also make sure that I maintain professionalism while building positive relationship with the educators and families, engaging with parents by having their reviews, feedbacks, and asking what they want us to add in our philosophy, because it makes it more meaningful and realistic. When we ask parents for their feedback, they feel like they feel happy, they because we have built positive relationship with them, and they feel in like confidence of their children's care. Thank you so much. Here are some references.